Same sharks.
How do you think drop bears would compare to zombies in the deadly states? Oh, zombies are in Adelaide. Anyone here from Adelaide? Yay! Find them to South Australia. That's great. Please take a seat. Chandler, we're going to have a bit of a Q&A with you. But how about, first of all, how about you tell us what was your first day on set like when you saw your first zombie?
When I saw my first zombie, it was actually really cool. It was like a really awesome YouTube video. And do you guys know what YouTube is here?
Yeah, we got the internet. Hang on, Chandler.
Sorry.
Maybe get to see car to get any walkers. Car.
Will we see Clark kill any walkers?
Carl.
Without Carl, sorry. Clark is some other character. Been bitten or has had a big fight?
Question, can I eat your brain?
She's been bitten.
Well, I don't have a gun to defend myself, so not right now. Maybe later.
What was it like killing Shane?
That was a really hard night for us, because it was like, have you not watched that episode?
Spoilers.
Oh, okay. Alright. Yeah. Well, that was really bad night. It was way below freezing. It was like 16 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not sure what that is in Celsius. It was freezing. So yeah, freezing. And but yeah, I didn't really get to say goodbye to John because I kind of ran out of there because I was waiting for my hands to thaw out. But
Chandler, can you just hold your mic a little closer? Say, as if you're eating an ice cream. Yeah, there you go.
Two quick questions. Have you read ahead to the comic book to see what may happen to your character? And also, have you had a favourite zombie so far that you've interacted with?
I do read the comic books. I do read the comics. And I have read the one, plug your ears if you don't read the comics or don't want to hear what happens in the future. I have read the part where I get shot in the face. So, that'll be cool for me, I guess. But if we get there.
You spent most of season 2 sort of hunting for Sophia, looking for her. So what was it like the day on set when you filmed it, when she's come out of the barn as a zombie, and how was that for you? Because your character really sort of got close to her, and how was that for all the actors on set filming that scene?
Well, that day was really hot. It was hard for a lot of us because that was Madison's last day, and a lot of us thought that we'd find her, and so that was pretty hard for us. And for me, now that I don't have any other kid actors on the set, it's even harder for me. But on the weekends, I always get to see my friends, so it's okay.
Over here, Chandler.
Yeah, just another small spoiler alert, so if you want to cover your ears, you can. But when you took a gun out of Daryl's bag and went into the woods and found that walker stuck, and you didn't kill him, and then that ended up later killing Dale, how did you feel when they basically took Dale out of the entire season?
Well, Jeffrey, who plays Dale, he actually quit the show. He, when Frank Darabont left, Jeffrey DeMond actually got on the show because of Darabont. And so when Darabont left, Jeffrey didn't want to be in the show anymore. And so they were lucky to keep him on for as long as he was. So that was really sad for a lot of us.
Spoilers. It's hard to talk about this without going into detail with what's happened in the last season, isn't it? Because, I mean, that's the most... When was your first day on set? How old were you? You would have been like...
I was, like, 10?
10?
Yeah, 10.
Yeah. And how did you even get the role? Like, you couldn't drive over to an audition in LA. What happened? Did you always want to get eaten by zombies? What's the story, Shan?
Well, I auditioned for it by my agent. She emails us the auditions and the sides for the audition, and we put ourselves on tape. Like, we tape ourselves doing the audition, and then we send it in to the casting manager, sees if I'm good enough, and then sends it to the director. And so they call you back a few times, and then I got lucky enough to be in the last callback. And then I got to meet Frank, got to see Gail and Bert again. She was on a previous project with me. And then I got to meet Denise Heath, who is also, she's a producer as well. So.
Very good. What do you think made you stand out from all the other kids that want to get eaten by zombies? Or not?
I don't know. I mean, I was cooler than them.
Yeah, that's right. That's the right answer. Give it up for Chandler, the coolest kid who never got eaten by a zombie yet, or shot in the face.
Hi Chandler. What's your average week like? How many hours do you work?
I work 10 hours a day, so it's 50 hours easy. You know, sometimes they have to keep me overtime, and I have to do school like for 3 hours out of those 10 hours. So, but yeah, that's sort of my average day. You know, I wake up, I drive over to set, and then I get dressed, I go to hair and makeup, and then after that I sit in my trailer and I wait until they call me to set, which is usually around like 10 minutes, and then I go to set. I have my sides with me in case I forget any lines that I have that day, and then we film that scene, which usually the scene takes about like an hour to shoot, and so if we're lucky it takes an hour. And so after we're done with the scenes until like usually lunch is between 11:30 and like 2 o'clock, and so we have lunch, we go out to set, do our scenes for the rest of the day, and then we go back to the trailers, or some of us do, some of us are wrapped earlier than others, and then we change back into our normal clothes and we leave. So yeah.
When Frank left the show, was that during the shooting schedule, and if so, what impact did that have on the cast and crew?
Well, a lot of the cast, or a lot of the crew, they were really good friends with Frank. You know, I personally didn't know him that well. I got to see him like 2 or 3 times over the whole course of shooting, and then the new showrunner, I got to see him countless times. I'm not saying that Frank wasn't as good as a director, because he was in LA doing a lot of the editing. So, but yeah, I mean, after Frank left, you know, Frank's whole thing is slow, just like establish everything and go slower. And then a lot of things had to happen towards the end of the season with those like 6 or 7 episodes left. And so I think it picked up where it needed to pick up, and so Glenn's whole thing is faster. So.
Question from Rogue from the X-Men. She's just flown in just to see you today. No fights with the Avengers or anything today. Just the Gambit. He's off somewhere. Who knows? Who cares?
I'm just here for Chandler. Hi Chandler.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, thank you. When my partner and I were watching the scene where your character's not shooting the zombie in the forest, and we're just like, shoot it. Do you look at the script and sometimes look at your character and go, I just wish he'd do the opposite or something?
Well, man, it's when I read the scripts, it's like reading a book. You know, you want to see what happens next, and you're sad when something happens. Sometimes you're happy when something happens, and I think that. Well, actually, I was on the phone with Glenn Mazzara on the day that during the whole barn scene, and I was actually supposed to shoot a zombie, so I was like, I'm fed up with this. Because they took out another part that I had. It was really cool. It was like talking on the walkie-talkie with Sophia. And when I stole the gun from Dale's RV, and they took out that scene. And, but I was like fed up. But,
So you're not like storming into anyone's like director in the writer's room and going, hey man,
yeah,
give me these
exactly.
scenes, like, hey.
Yeah. But I talked to Glenn on the phone, and he was really cool about it. He said, you know, you're gonna have better things in the future than you're gonna have better than just one shot of you pulling the trigger on a zombie with like lined up with a bunch of other people. And so you're gonna have your own thing. And that was the cool thing with Shane that that happened.
Yeah.
So.
Cool, thank you.
G'day, Chandler. What would your weapon of choice be if you were to shoot or kill a zombie?
I've changed this many times, but I think I've stuck to this one: a flamethrower with a bayonet.
Yeah.
That's kind of my favorite.
Do you think you could act out how you do that? We got a zombie to volunteer. No, where's the zombie girl? Where'd you go? Come on up, come on up. Let's do this. Come on, give a hand to the zombie girl. Alright, so you just act out. Yeah. She's there. She can't go upstairs, so you've got your flamethrower bayonet. Here goes Chandler. He's gonna kill zombie girl.
Kill.
This one. And the flamethrower.
Yeah.
She's dead. Excellent. Fantastic. Yes.
So I think it was the second to last episode of the most recent series, and when the barn's on fire and there's a lot of action going on. Was that a lot of fun to film?
That was so much fun shooting. It was that was my favorite episode personally, because I got to do a lot with Andy. We call him Andy for short. His real name is Andrew, who plays Rick, and he's so cool because I usually don't get these scenes with him, so it was cool for me. So that was a lot of fun.
I was wondering, do the zombie actors and the human actors sort of associate with each other off set, and have the zombie actors ever said how hard it is to play their role?
Say it again, sorry.
Do the zombie actors and the human actors sort of associate with each other off set, and have the actors who play the zombies spoken to you about the difficulties about playing their roles?
Well, the zombies, they like immediately break character once they say cut. They like break out a cigarette. It's like one punch or something like that. But yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's sorry. I'm so sorry. It's but it's like we we sometimes discuss our goals, but sorry, I'm trying to think of a good way to word this answer. Say it again. Say no. Well, I mean,
Well, very sadly. But after filming like a season and a bit, was it good just to lie down in bed for a couple of episodes?
well, you know what? The day that I got shot, that was actually filmed on my birthday. So great birthday present. But when I was like, oh, this is gonna be awesome, I'm gonna get shot, and I forgot about the fact that it would put me in a bed for 5 episodes, and it was kind of boring for me. But just still getting to be on set, of the coolest show on TV, and it's that was kind of boring, while I'm laying in bed while everyone else is going out shooting zombies. But it was still fun just being there on set. So.
Who will your partner be from the show in the zombie apocalypse? Who will your partner be from the TV show in the zombie apocalypse? who would your partner be in the zombie companies?
Who will my partner be? I'm so sorry. I'm from the States, so I'm in crazy Southern. Who would my partner be? Daryl would be cool, but he'd try to stab me if I'd be friends with him. I'm trying to think. Rick would be cool, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know. Who would yours be? Yeah.
Who was that? Who did you say? Who would yours be? Gwen.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hi Chandler, I was just wondering how you got into acting in the first place. Whether your mum saw something in the newspaper and thought, hey, my son would be good at that.
I started when I was like 3. My mom and dad were in a community theater play called Guys and Dolls, and lots of times they'd have to bring me to rehearsals, and I kept on saying, I want to be on stage. And so the next show that they were doing there was Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. And so I was just in the kids choir, but that was my first thing on stage. And so the next thing that I did was a church play called, I think it was called Hotel Bethlehem. I'm pretty sure. And this was when I was like 4. I had 25 lines in a solo. And so yeah, that was pretty much how I started. And then after that I got an agent. I was in a couple of big theater plays, Oklahoma and The Wizard of Oz. And then after that, agent, and then a few extra stuff, and then commercials, and then this.
Good afternoon, how's it going?
I'm good, how are you?
Not bad. Just a quick, a two-part question per se. Do you actually watch the show yourself?
I do, yeah.
And because of the violent nature of the show, do you kind of see it differently because you actually see the effects being done? And, yeah.
What do you mean, like, do I...
Because you know how the show is made, does that affect how you watch it?
Well, sometimes, I compare it, it's like, hey, that wasn't there when I was filming, that was green. or like the CDC blowing up, that was actually all added in. That was like an upside down fire bar. And I wasn't there for any of that, so.
No, what I mean more is more the violent aspect of the show. Like being 10, you are 10, aren't you? Yes.
No, I'm 12.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Being so young, there is like a censorship kind of thing, whereas actually being involved with the show, I mean, for argument's sake, I'm getting cut off, but you being there, you can see the process that it went through, so it doesn't actually scare you per se, if that's what I'm trying to ask.
Sorry, it's not really scary, Like I said before, I play a lot of zombie killing video games, and I see a lot of limbs flying through the air at times when I'm playing zombies, so it's not that scary for me.
So that really prepared you quite well for the role.
Yes.
Hey, just a quick one. What's your favourite TV show?
My favorite TV show, man. Other than my show.
Other than
my show. It'd have to be Phineas and Ferb. I know it's kind of a small kid show, but me and my brother are like obsessed with Phineas and Ferb. We have like 20-something episodes recorded each day. So.
Hey Chandler, do you reckon you'll be on the top of next season?
I hope so. They actually asked me to go out there a couple times, but they wouldn't fly my whole family out there. But yeah, it was actually close because the guy's brother, the guy that does the music's brother, he's in a band, and he wanted me to be in his music video, and it was filming in LA, and so I could have flown out there and then done that and done Talking Dead with it for the last episode. And so that would have been really cool, but it didn't work out because it'd be way too expensive to fly my whole family out there. So
Stage left.
I hope so, yeah.
Your lefts.
Can I have a hug?
No. Sorry, then we have to turn away everybody who wants a hug.
How far in advance do you know episodes? Do they try to keep a bit of a mystery for you guys?
Not really, They like last season 2, they the first day I was on set, not filming, but on set, they gave me the first 7 episodes. So, and then after that, the 13th episode we got like 2 days before we filmed that episode. So, we sort of, like if you're gonna get killed off in that episode, you get the first draft of that script. So, but the other cast members, like if they're trying to, like when they get the script, the first thing they do is memorize their lines. And so they don't want them to memorize those lines when the whole thing is going to get changed later. So.
G'day mate, welcome to Australia.
Thank you.
And congrats on today, you're doing great, good on you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, I was just wondering, even though you know the zombies are fake and everything on the show at the age you were filming, were there moments where you were startled, or was there a funny moment where just for a second you had a mind fade and it was like, oh crap?
Well, in the first season, it was really funny. One of the Hispanic kids, his name was Noah. We played a big prank on him. On the day of the aftermath of the zombies attacking the camp, there was like a bunch of mannequins laying around everywhere, and in the cooling tents and stuff. And so they had like a cooling tent set up with like air conditioner and stuff. So we were in there, and then, or like we walked in there, and then there was this mannequin laying on the ground, and so we just sat down, and I was just reading or playing on an iPad or something, and then she just sits up. And then we jumped like 3 feet out of our seat. And then when Noah walks in, we say, hey Noah, go kick that mannequin over there. And so, and his mom is like, no, this thing costs thousands of dollars. And we're like, no, it's fine, just give it a kick. And so he walks over there, he's just about to kick it, and then, or kick her, and then she sits up and grabs his leg. It's so funny. But yeah, that was the funniest prank, I think. So.
I was just wondering, are you like a very big fan of horror and like horror movies at all? Or?
Sort of. I'm kind of more into the sci-fi genre than horror. I know I'm in a horror show and it sounds weird, but you know, I just saw Battleship and that was really cool. And I auditioned for a movie, Ender's Game. From the book, and I didn't get it. The kid from Hugo did. And yeah. But I really like Hunger Games and a lot of other sci-fi stuff.
Were you auditioning for the role of Ender?
Say it again.
Were you auditioning for the role of Ender in Ender's Game?
Yes, Ender. Yeah.
I'm sorry you didn't get it. It would be great.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
What else? So Battleship was good?
Yes, Battleship was very...
What was the best thing about it?
Well, I don't know, it was so cool because like, it wasn't really like this cheap Battleship kind of movie like you would think it'd be. It was so cool because they got trapped in this force field and they didn't have any like radar stuff, so they couldn't track the ship that was trying to blow them. Put out tsunami buoys, and you could have them on the radar, and it would it would flash red if it would go under, and so you could kind of track where, and it was like target F-29 or something, and so that was really cool.
So it was really like a board game.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, you being 10 and all. Do you play any online games? And if you do, what's your favorite?
Minecraft. I saw a guy with a creeper head and a sword over there somewhere. But Minecraft is like my biggest obsession now. It's so much fun. And I found like a Minecraft Hunger Games server. So I'm playing I played for like 6 hours straight. And but yeah, Minecraft for me is so much fun. So.
What would happen if there really was a zombie attack? What would you do?
Well, Kirkman would just kill himself. I know that. I don't know. I mean, I haven't really thought about don't know. I'm not sure. What would you do? Yeah.
I'd probably hide in the cupboard or something until someone can get me, or I'd probably visit my sister's husband because, yeah, he's really cool and stuff. He's got proper weapons.
Awesome.
This is a rumour. Is there going to be a video game based on Walking Dead?
There is. It's I'm not gonna be in it though. It's gonna follow I think another group of survivors. I don't really know about it much, but I don't know what it's gonna be like. I don't know if it's gonna be like corny and terrible like a lot of the other video games based off a TV show or something. But it could be a huge success. You know, I don't know.
If they did release a video game, hypothetically, and it was your band of survivors and you were a playable character, would you play that character?
Yes, definitely.
G'day Chandler. In the second season of Walking Dead, your character learns to use firearms. Did you have to do any training yourself?
The day before that firing range scene, they had my dad sign something to say if it was okay if I would actually fire a real gun. And I was like, yeah, this is awesome because I've never actually held a real gun before. And so I was like, yeah, this is gonna be awesome. I'm gonna shoot a real gun. And so I get there the next day and they give me this plastic party favor cat gun. And it was like orange and green but spray painted black and it was all sticky and stuff. I was like, what is this? And so that was not a lot of fun for me. And then the one that I stole out of Daryl's bag, that one was actually real. They made it to where I don't know what they did to it, but they made it to where it, if ever loaded, it would only fire blanks, and the barrel is always plugged. And it's using a different kind of clip, not the one that's made for that gun, but it's using one that won't hold anything. So.
We have time enough for one final question. No pressure.
Just mainly in the second season, why does Carl start becoming like so cold and interested in killing? Is it because after he's shot and he survives, it sort of feels like he's indestructible or something like that?
Well, you know, I think he's kind of thought to where, you know, Sophia's dead. I thought she was going to be alive. Shane's dead. You know, I never thought that would happen. And so now he knows that death is all around him. He can't avoid it. Like Beth said in one of the episodes, I don't remember. But it's like you can't get around death anymore. You know, everything is going to die eventually, like Carl said in one of the episodes. And so, you know, I think that's his motivation to kill something now. You know, kill the walker. So.
What a wonderfully uplifting note to end on. Chandler, thanks for coming to Australia. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Give it up for Mr. Chandler Riggs. Thanks, Chandler. You'll be signing over at the signing area? Yep. Make sure you get something signed by Chandler. He'll give you a big smile and reaffirm that life is worth living to you.
I might.
He might. Thanks, Chandler.
Right.
Cheers. See ya. Coming right up in about 10 minutes, we got Mr. Richard Horvitz.